This is the little guy that's making all the noise. Cat's going crazy. I might have to know. Sorry, my cat is coming over here and what did I say? Hey guys, my name is Kim Vasquez and welcome to my channel. For those of you guys who are just tuning in for the very first time, welcome. I do a smorgasbord of a bunch of different videos that vary from homeschooling to DIY videos to sit down talk videos, and it's just a melting pot of different videos. So thank you so much for stopping in. If you like what you see, make sure that before you leave, you go ahead and subscribe. Okay, so I have notes today to keep me on track, but today's video is gonna be on 5 tips to help you stay on budget. So the first tip I'm gonna give you, and it's probably the most hardest tip of ever, is actually looking at your budget. Looking at what you have coming in versus what you have going out. And for some of us, it could be a real reality check. Even someone who, like for myself, who I pride myself on staying on a budget and sticking with it, sometimes we have those times where we get a little crazy. So evaluating your budget is something that you're gonna continuously have to do. It's something that I continuously do. As things change in our life, then I evaluate our budget. Even when things don't change, I just try to be consistent of seeing and evaluating what we have going in, or what we have coming in and what we have going out. And it's just something you kind of always have to be on top of. Just like within a business, they check on their stuff they check their budget monthly. That is something that I do at home, is I am on top of my budget every month, and I see what I have coming in and what I have going out. It's very important that you make sure that you don't have more going out than what you have coming in. So that is the number 1 tip, and the most important tip that I will give you when starting to plan a budget. Tip number 2 is to get in the habit of saving. The amount that you're able to save will change as your budget changes. You may only be able to afford to put away $5 a paycheck. Either way, those $5 will add up. Savings has just been a lifesaver for us. It helps us when unexpected expenses come up, but it also is just something, it's like a cushion. And we don't pull out of our savings unless we really absolutely have to. And that's what savings is you're putting that money away in case something comes up. And we all know that things tend to come up. So that's the second tip I will give you, is having a savings and getting in the habit of savings. Tip number 3 that I'm gonna give you is think about what you really want. Sit down with your spouse or your partner and think about things that you really, really want. If you don't own a home, do you want to eventually own a home? With having a home, there's a lot of expenses. 1, getting into a home, and 2, once you're in the home, if things happen, break down, or just things that you need to make that house function. So you really need to sit down and think about what you really want and make a plan of how you can make that happen. And kind of set a timeline. From this time to this time, this is how much money we should have saved to make this goal happen. For us, we have a running list of things that we really, really want, whether it be a vacation, which is not really a need, but it's something that we want. Or if we know that maybe something might need a repair, then we start saving for that before it becomes an issue, before that repair becomes something that it has to absolutely be done at that moment. So think about what you need and what you want and what your goals are, and kind of make a running list of that. And as time goes on, you can check off that list if you've done it, or if it's something that you no longer need, you can go ahead and take it off your list. Or maybe something came up and that you didn't realize, and you go ahead and put it back, or you can go ahead and add it to your list. Tip I will give you when it comes to budgeting is learning how to do things yourself and fix things yourself. And this can be very intimidating, but I have saved so much money just by learning how to fix things myself. An example I can give you is, I think it was like 6 months ago, our toilet broke for our downstairs toilet. Like something was on a shelf in our bathroom, and the vibration from the kids going up and down the stairs caused this thing to fall off the shelf, and it cracked our toilet, like cracked it. And so calling around to plumbers, it was gonna be about $300, and I just we had the money for that because we had been saving, but I just couldn't see spending $300 when I kind of felt like it was something that I can do myself. So I did the best thing I knew how to do. I talked to people who I knew were really handy, like my dad. So if you have someone you can talk to, that is great. The other resource that I used was YouTube and the internet. There is so much information out there that can teach you how to do so many things. And so it's really helpful for us to figure out how to fix things around the house without having to pay a plumber or some sort of handy guy to come out and do it. And it's also really good, even if you have someone who knows how to do it and they're willing to come and help you do it, or do it themselves, watch how they do it and learn. So like that, if something does happen again, you feel confident and you kind of know how to do that. But that has been a huge way that we have saved money. My husband and I switched out our toilet downstairs all by ourselves. All we had was YouTube and a couple questions from a friend who was a plumber. YouTube is a great resource of how to do things. And my final and fifth tip is going to be mindful of what you're buying. Is it something that is going to help you reach your goal? Think about the list that you have, the running list of things that you want, or the running list of things that need to be done, and see if when you're out shopping, if that is going to line up with what your goals are. And I always try to keep that in mind, especially more so recently because we have been making changes in our home. But I find that being mindful of what I'm buying, even when it comes to groceries, guys, I try to be mindful and realistic of what my time frame is for that week and what my schedule might be for that week. And am I gonna have time to make this meal that I think that I'm gonna be able to make? I know it sounds crazy, but it's a huge pet peeve of mine when I like waste food or waste groceries because I didn't have time to get to that meal, or we just ran out of time to actually eat that food. So just kind of be mindful of what you're getting and making sure it doesn't go to waste. And also, I try not to buy a whole bunch of products, like whether it be beauty products or anything like that. I try to make sure that I use up what I already have. Even if there's something new that I might have saw some awesome like review on YouTube or somewhere else, I try to make sure I keep that product in mind. And then if I still want it after I've used up the product that I have on hand, then I will go and I will buy that new product. So those are just 5 of my tips on being able to start and stay on a budget. Again, it starts with looking at what you're spending and evaluating your budget, just evaluating your everything as a whole. Then 2 is getting in the habit of saving. 3 is thinking about what your goals are and your plan are. 4 is learning how to do things yourself, fixing things yourself, doing your own beauty stuff yourself, all those things. And I already told you that YouTube is a great place to look at those things. And number 5 is making sure and being mindful of what you're buying and if it helps with your ultimate goal. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too long. I haven't sat down with you guys in a while, so it felt good to kind of sit down. I'm a little rusty at it, but I will have more videos coming really soon. Make sure if you have not done so already that you are subscribed, and also you turn on your notifications because my filming schedule, as I've said repeatedly over the summer, is going to be a little bit crazy because I am going to summer school. And so that is all I have. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next one.